love Nettie. I'd never cheat on her." "Yeah, well, that's what I told her." He rolled to his feet, checking his nose, relieved to find it wasn't broken. It just felt that way. "Now, if you don't mind, I have better things to do than solve your marital problems." Pug just grinned. "She really thought I was cheating? She was jealous?" "Yeah, so why don't you go home and show her how much you love her? You might use some of that energy you're wasting on me for a better purpose." Pug's irritating grin widened. "Good idea." The little man started walking, stopped, and turned back. "Sorry about your nose." Ty scowled as he shoved to his feet. "You'll be even sorrier when you get my bill." Pug just smiled. Chest puffed out, he headed for the door. The PI office occupied the lower floor of the house Ty's partner, John Riggs, lived in with his wife, Amy. It had once been the guest house on Ellie's Hollywood Hills estate. The smaller house had been a wedding gift from Ellie, the silver-haired woman now standing at the bottom of the porch stairs. Remembering she was still there, Ty turned, and Ellie handed him a wet washcloth she had retrieved from the bathroom. "Thanks." Tipping his head back, he pressed the cold cloth beneath his nose, stanching the flow of blood. He tried not to look at the blonde, who was still grinning, digging a pair of dimples into her cheeks. "I see you had a little misunderstanding with Mr. Calloway," Ellie said dryly. At 71, she was still pretty, still kept a trim, athletic figure. She lived in the big house up the hill, and her mind was as sharp as the day she was born. "I guess when you referred his wife to me as a client, you neglected to mention her husband was the jealous type." Ellie sighed. "Well, knowing Pug and Nanette for so many years, I suppose I should have said something." Ty grunted. "I suggest you make sure things get straightened out between them." "Oh, I will." She hid a smile as she turned. "In the meantime, I've got another client for you. Tyler Brodie, I'd like you to meet my grandniece, Haley Warren. Haley's out here from Chicago. Her grandmother was my sister." Just to regain a little of his dignity, Ty let his gaze roam over her, starting at the frosted pink toenails peeking out of strappy, high-heeled, open-toed sandals, sliding up a pair of long legs in snug-fitting jeans, across that bare midriff with its glittering belly-button ring, over a set of nicely rounded breasts, to a pretty face, framed by long, softly curling honey-blonde hair. She had big blue eyes and an Angelina Jolie mouth that made him think of dirty sex. Maybe she read his thoughts, for a faint blush rose in her cheeks. Good. A little payback only seemed fair. Besides, she was a real pleasure to look at. Not beautiful in the classic sense, like some of the women he knew, but with those dimples and big blue eyes, she was way beyond cute. "Nice to meet you, Ms. Warren." The smile was gone, and she assessed him coolly. "And Ellie tells me you're a friend, as well as an investigator." "I like to think that's true." "Of course it's true," Ellie said. "That's why I know we can count on Ty to help us." Wariness slid through him. Ellie had a way of bringing him clients who were nothing but trouble. "How's that?" "Well, you see, 3 months ago, Haley's father died when his powerboat exploded." "I'm sorry for your loss," he said to her. Grief flashed in her eyes an instant before she glanced away. "Thank you." "At the time, everyone thought it was an accident," Ellie continued. "A gas leak of some kind that turned deadly. Haley's stepmother doesn't believe it. About a month ago, Betty Jean started emailing Haley, trying to convince her to come to Los Angeles and help her find out the truth." Ty focused on the